A couple of things bring your attention to. If you haven't had a chance to go over the tables yet, there's a donation jar there, which is greatly appreciated, so we can help bring out these messages. There's t-shirts over there. There's a ballot measure voting guide. Jesse Lee Peterson's books are over there, as well as a healthcare reform pamphlet, and a few other things. So please go and check that. The next person I'd like to bring up is Steve Eli with the water board. Steve.
Okay, never mind. Thank you.
How you Patriots doing? While you're waiting in line, see that great speaker, I'd like you maybe to give me a couple minutes of your attention. I'm Steve Eli, and I'm running for the Inland Empire Utilities Agency, or the Water Board. You may have seen a couple of my signs around town. Most people don't know what that is, and I won't try to explain it to you, but suffice it to say that if you want to have development in our country, we're going to need water, especially in our state of California. Now, I got involved in politics in 1980 when I was a freshman in college working on the Ronald Reagan campaign. And Ronald Reagan is my hero. And I know people who knew President Reagan and rode horses with him up in the Santa Clara area, and he was exactly as you saw him. A great patriot. He believed in limited government. He believed in keeping the government out of people's lives, and that's what I stand for. My opponent in my race is running a deficit campaign. Sound familiar? He's a Democrat. I plan on making sure that the government stays out of our lives and continues when I'm elected to the IEUA, and I would really appreciate all of your support. Thank you.
And next I'd like to bring up Ken True, who's with the Chino City Council.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to first thank the Tea Party, the Chino Valley Tea Party, for hosting this rally and giving me the opportunity to speak. Reverend Peterson, thank you for the truth and the wisdom that you said. I had a pastor, Pastor David Rosales, if you know him. He's a great man. He said if you have a heart for the people, then you're going to have a heart for the community. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a heart for the people, and I have a heart for my community. I grew up in Chino. I graduated from Chino High. I even worked at Alpha Beta, if you can remember when Alpha Beta was here. I went to serve my country. I served in the Air Force for 7 years. I enjoyed it, got out, went to work for the Orange County Sheriff's Department. I was injured on duty and they retired me. I wish I didn't leave. I loved it so much. But I'm here today serving you because I think it's important, because our politicians, pastors, have forgotten what it is to be a public servant. First of all, I'm a Christian. I'm a husband, and then a father, and then I'm an American. You don't have to be a Democrat, Republican, or Libertarian to know that when the government is intruding on your affairs, in your liberties, in your rights, that something is wrong. When they keep asking you, please give us more money, you tighten your belts, and we'll fix what's going on in Sacramento, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't work. And it hasn't worked. And we need a change. And the change is starting today. The change has started months ago when Mr. Obama was elected. We are tired of the way our government is run, and we want our government back. As a representative that I'm running for City of Chino, I want to preserve my community values, the values I grew up with. And most of those are all written on your heart because God said they're written on your heart. And when you turn around and say, no, I don't think so, then you're lying to yourself. But ladies and gentlemen, I've been out talking to a lot of people in my area, my constituents as they call them. but they're local residents just like me that have concerns. They're concerns that their safety is going to be taken care of. They're concerns that the seniors and families are going to be taken care of. They're concerns that we're losing business because we're having foreclosures. People are out of work. The city council has mandated a $13 million, I believe they call it the Community Cultural Center, that they want to bring into Chino, which is great if we were in prosperous times. But if you go 2 blocks over on the other side of Chino, ladies and gentlemen, we have food lines where people can't feed their families, where they're losing their homes, and we're losing business in the city. My objective is to bring that back and to help us bring our community back so we can bring business back, so people can have their families working and they can take care of themselves. You know, I've read a lot of the bumper stickers and stuff that's been recently sent out in the mail, and I believe you need to have integrity, you need to have honesty, and you need to have truth, accountability, and transparency. And ladies and gentlemen, some of the stuff that's coming out in the mail that you see, I'm not going to use their names, but it says a promise given is a promise kept. Ladies and gentlemen, where are they getting their money from? They're keeping their promise to who gave them their money. I have a vision for our city and even for our community, because Chino and Chino Hills are one area. We work together and we live together. We shop in the same places. Chino Hills is going to build a bowling alley. You know what? We'll be going bowling up there. The church I go to, Calvary Chapel, Chino Hills, it's in the city of Chino. And my pastor's great. And he says we need to stand up and we need to do what's right. And the vision that I have for my community is, first and foremost, this is for everybody, we need to pray. We need to ask God for the wisdom and the guidance for our nation and our leaders. We need to get involved. We need to be informed of who's running and what propositions are going to affect you and our community. And last, most important, ladies and gentlemen, we need to vote. We need to get out and vote. There is 85,000 people in the city of Chino, and only 30,000 of those are registered. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. You need to tell your neighbors to get out and vote. It's a little bit late now, but why aren't they registered? For those, and you need to vote for those that have the courage and the honesty to stand up for what is right. And ladies and gentlemen, I fit that gap. I'm standing up for what is right, and I want to bring honesty, integrity, and I want to represent you.